Howdy. Oh, did someone forget to... See, you just can't depend on people these days. In the meantime, this is a guitar. It's just a regular guitar. Some people think because of the way I play it, it's a steel guitar, or a lap steel, or a dobro, or something like that. It's none of those things. It's just a regular, electric guitar, but I was too little to hold it the way normal people hold it when I started to teach myself to play. And since I never bothered watching normal people play it, it didn't really matter so much. And yes, as you can tell, I'm not necessarily all that politically correct. Normal people and stuff. But hey. Y'all are gonna like this a lot better if I'm in tune. So I like to do original music, and I like to do arrangements of other people's music, because all music was original at some point. So, just because it's my original, not my original music, doesn't make it unoriginal. So I've never really thought about that as, like a big thing. So with that, I'm gonna do my rendition on a tune that's appropriate for this time of year. Wonderful, wonderful old standard, Autumn Leaves. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I guess I, when it comes to guitar, have, created something that other people don't necessarily do. Although, having lived in Nashville, the two questions I always get asked, and the answer is yes to both of them. Have you ever heard of Thumbs Carlisle? Have you ever heard of Jeff Healey? Okay, so let's just clear that up. Yes, I've heard of both of those people. But I didn't know that they were doing that when I started to do this. And they're not quite doing it what I'm doing. It's a little bit different. And one of the things that makes the way I do this, different from what other people do, other than just, the visual aesthetic of, he's playing the guitar different, is that I can reach chord voicings that other people can't reach because their hand is wrapped around the neck, and so I have the whole span of my hand, so I can do like a 7-fret chord like that just isn't reached by other people. And so I kind of have fun doing things like inventing licks where other guitar players are like, show that to me, and I'm like, I can't. That being said, I'm going to put the guitar away for a minute. I'll talk about a couple other fun passions of mine. My grandpa got me started on playing harmonica when I was 4 years old. And so I've played harmonica for a long time, in blues bands and country music and all kinds of stuff. But I got this weird idea. Harmonica is really kind of an instrument that has kind of been relegated to its certain niche. You play blues on a harmonica, you play like old-timey music on a harmonica, etc., etc. And that's because of the limitations of the instrument, or the maybe not limitations, but just the way the instrument is kind of facilitates that. But I have decided that I wanted to do something different with it. But in order to do that, I had to redesign the harmonica. So I found a company in Germany who would indulge my strange passion for the lowly harmonica. And there's diatonic harmonicas and there's chromatic harmonicas. The chromatic harmonicas have a button on the side of them, like this one does, that allow you to get all the different chromatic notes. But they're laid out to be played chromatically, like melodically, not chordally, not harmonically. And so you blow a note, and you get da, and you blow another note, you get da, and then you push the button in, you get da, da, da. So it works chromatically. I didn't want to play chromatically. I wanted to play chordally. I wanted to be able to play full accompaniment with myself when I played harmonica. So when I designed the harmonica, I had to come up with a different tuning, and instead of being nice and chromatic, ba-da-da-da, it's... Okay, weird order of notes. But that allows me to do... Yes, that was not blues harmonica. Well, then I came across this cool little guy. And this is conceived by a guy in Maui. And I like, I play a lot of different instruments. And I like finding things that are cool to me. And I found this thing to be really cool because it's really unassuming and it's small and it's kind of like a recorder, but it has a tenor saxophone reed on the end of it. And so it gives it a really reedy kind of interesting, cool timbre. And that's, when I perform, I like to, let people watch things and listen to things they probably haven't listened to much before. And so this is what this little thing sounds like. It's called the Zaffoon. So that's what a zaffoon sounds like. All right, I got one more fun little tune I'm going to play for you now. And this is a composition of mine that is bound to be world famous someday for the poignancy of its lyric. Not really. Actually, the lyrics are just something for me to, do while I think of what to do next on the guitar. And so I wanted to do something that is kind of Nashville-esque. And so this is got kind of a country flair, but it also has a lot of the other musical influences and tastes that I grew up with all mixed in this one little song. And I call it Fast Lane. And this is, there you go. Well, I love life in the fast lane. I'm not talking about cars and planes. I love to play my guitar, kinda like a drag racer in a car. Great music is on my brain. I love life in the fast lane. And I love soul. I've even done a little rock and roll. One of my favorites has always been jazz. And gospel greats from the past. Great music is on my brain. I love life in the fast lane. Someday I might be with God Almighty, and I'll thank Him for all the gifts He gave me. When I join His band, I'll play at their speed. Life in the fastest guitar. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much, everybody. That was fun.